What's going on, guys? Alright, so day 52, I believe, and yesterday got a special video for you guys, but I'm still editing it, so my bad. I did the ab work the other day, but just didn't film it, and I was having issues with legs and back day, and I modified legs and back up because of what was going on yesterday, which I'll hopefully post at the same time as this video. But since I had so many positive comments and a lot of people enjoyed the cooking segments, I thought I'd make more recipes. Hopefully I'll dedicate Sundays for recipes and stuff that I enjoy eating, or healthy options for you guys. Because I know sometimes planning your own meals can sometimes be stressful when you're trying to worry about doing it clean and healthy. So keeping the Mexican theme today, we're going to be doing some tacos. So here we go. Got some stuff basically here. Corn tortillas. They're actually pretty healthy, so don't worry about it. It's actually some nice complex carbs. This stuff here is more of an optional. It's only if you want the pico de gallo sauce, which we'll be making here in a little bit. And instead of doing regular beef, I'm doing turkey, which is definitely leaner. And this is a 97.3 breakout, so it's only really low in fat. Which either way, I don't mind a little bit of fat from the meats because they're still healthy fats anyways. But either way, this is pretty lean. So let me get all this stuff set up and ready to go. I'm gonna chop up all the veggies, throw it all together so I can show you guys how to make the pico de gallo. That's going to be probably the easiest thing to make. And then we'll just kind of throw it all together. This is actually a really easy recipe, and it'll move a lot quicker probably than the fajitas did. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so put the meat in there. It's up to you guys on what spices you want. When I do this with beef, I know beef has a little bit more fat. You'll notice you don't need a lot of oil. I don't even cook this with oil. As you can tell from the meat, the meat's juices themselves actually kind of cook the meat itself, so you don't have to really worry about using oil with this. I wouldn't, especially with ground beef, because it's so fatty. I wouldn't even worry about using any oil. It's up to you guys on what kind of seasoning you want to use. Usually I just do a traditional salt and pepper. You can do some of the pre-made, what are they called? Taco mixes. The mixes that you can buy at the store. Now keep in mind, some of those are really high in sodium and have a lot of preservatives. So it's up to you guys on your level of health and what you feel you're okay with. Let me stir this before it burns. I cook this on a medium heat, by the way. I don't go too crazy with it because I don't want this to cook on the outside, not on the inside. So anyways, that's not a big problem, especially with ground meat anyways. Ground beef or ground turkey is what we're using here. Make sure you break it down pretty well too, that way it's not clumpy. But besides that, we're going to add some salt, pepper to this, and then we're going to get to chopping here. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, here we go. So do a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of cumin, because I enjoy cumin. A little bit of salt and pepper, that's about it. I mean, it's all it really needs for some flavor. I just did about a teaspoon, but I don't normally eat a lot of, I don't normally eat a lot of, that's good. I don't normally eat a lot of salt as it is, so I don't really need a lot of salt in my diet to taste it. So anyways, that's still cooking. I'm going to get that on a low simmer here, and let's move on to the veggies here. So chopped up the onions, or the tomato. Now that I'm thinking about it, we need onion.
Yeah, we do need onion.
I thought about it. I'll grab that right now. And so easily just chop these in half, and I'm going to take the seeds out because I'm bitch made like that. And so I'm not looking for like super spicy food. That's nice little, I like the taste, but not crazy amount of spice. So we're gonna do this to all of them here. What's that face for, yo?
Man, it's close to your fingers, man. Eek.
Might get some footage here of me cutting myself. Whatever.
I think so. Having a venture to the emergency room.
I thought about that. Now you're making me nervous.
I'm telling you. Well, your insurance is good, right?
Nice. I'm good, yo. I'm good. Boom. So anyways, I usually cut these in little bigger chunks only because I like a thicker sauce. But it's up to you guys. Make it a mess, dude.
You are pretty good at that.
This happens when you try to film me for YouTube stuff, get nervous.
It's only YouTube, man.
So anyways, so we got this bad boy going. The meat's like 95% done, so I don't want it to dry out too much. so I'm gonna have to change that up a little bit. The one thing I forgot to note is this will need onion, so I'm gonna grab that right now, chop it up, and then show you guys just how to get this last bit together. Now, keep in mind that this right here, what we're doing, is for the pico de gallo, so you don't necessarily need to do this if you're not into this. You could always put lettuce or, you know, spinach, even though that's very unconventional. But it can be done, so don't worry about that. And also chop a little bit of the
cilantro.
Cilantro, thank you. I'm like going crazy. Ignore the beans in the
He's
back.
talking to me, just so you don't think he's talking to himself.
Yeah.
I am here. I am a person.
And we're going to chop this up a little bit to the cilantro. Don't ignore the beans in the back. I'm bowl cooking in the background. So I got some chicken breast back here too, but we're not going to show you that. So let me get the stuff ready, and then we'll see you guys in a little bit. What's going on, guys? So we are about done. So, here, check out the meat. It's getting pretty dry now. It's still, you know, pretty, you know, moisturous, I guess you want to call it. But it's getting to the point now where I could probably definitely take this out. And here I got the mix of all the veggies here. So we have some the onion, about quarter to half an onion, depending on how much you're making, by the way. This should primarily be tomato. It's all tomato here, a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of
Cilantro.
cilantro. Thank you, man. I'm going crazy here. And then just kind of mix that bad boy all up. Can't need more tomato.
I think you do.
Because I'm going a little crazy, a little too much onion. We'll throw, I think, another little Roma tomato on this. Just a little bit more red. And then, basically, what you do to this bad boy is you add a pinch of salt, which I'll grab right now, and some lemon. So, let me show you guys how we do this here. A little lemon squeezer. Ah, don't be jealous. I gotta clean the stove. I'll probably do the whole lemon, because I love me this pico de gallo. The lemon reacting with the salt. It's good stuff there. Now keep in mind this is all optional. When I give you guys the macro breakouts here in a second or two, I'll add this kind of separately because not all people like this, to be honest with you. So we'll add that separately. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And keep in mind, you know, salt isn't that big of a deal when you're not going crazy as I am. Now, if you're going crazy with salt, you might want to take that down because you're going to be retaining a lot of water. But that's a topic in another day. So let me throw this off here, turn it off. I'm going to mix this up, throw a little pinch of salt on this. And then we're just going to warm up some tortillas, and then we'll kind of get it all back together for you, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we're just about done. I forgot to mention, I was peer pressured into actually doing the taco seasoning, so we did that. Gives it a little bit different flavor. It is a little bit, we got the low sodium option, but it is still kind of higher in salt than I prefer, but it still tastes good. Here's some tortillas. I'm going to throw that on there. Basically, just heat up the whatever it is that you're heating up on. Flip it so they're both warm on both sides. And then if you want to get a more taco shell feel to it, just kind of flip it in half once they're both warm. I'm going to throw some more on here, by the way. And then kind of let that cool, or let that heat in that shape, and it'll kind of hold its shape a little bit. It's not going to be like a taco shell. You can always kind of keep them a little bit longer and it'll harden up, but it won't ever be like taco shells. Those are actually made that way. But keep it this way. You just flip it for a second. And it does kind of retain the shape a little bit, which will help you when you're trying to scoop all this stuff into them. So we're going to heat up a couple more. Keep in mind that if you are on the fat shredder phase, two of these bad boys are about 100 calories, 110 depending on what you're going with. And they've got, you know, 11 grams of carbs within each. So if you're doing what I suggest to do, which is a mix of the diet guide, nutrition guide, and the actual calorie counting, you got to make sure this fits your macros for the day. So don't go crazy on the tortillas if you're actually doing low carb fat shredder phase. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to heat more of these up, and then I'm going to get them all prepared and ready, and then we're going to just tear it up. So see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we're all done. Folding the tacos and heating them up that way does actually give them a little bit more of a shape, which helps when you're trying to put all that stuff up in there. So here's the plates. Got the man portion for me, and this is Ruben's. Anyways, I actually added a little bit of cheese to add to the fats, because I need to throw up the calories today. It's a little bit later in the day, and I probably am not meeting my 3,000 calorie goal for the day, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of cheat on there. Same stuff I showed you guys before. It's all natural, all that good shenanigans. So it's all good stuff. It's actually only like 80 calories per, what is it, teaspoon, I think. So I mean, it's not even that much there. I might even try to find some avocado in my refrigerator and throw some on there. But besides that, guys, we'll come back with the macros. I'm gonna eat this, and I'm actually probably gonna cut up some of this chicken that that I have to do here. So we'll be back with the macros in a second or two, though. What up, guys? All right, so done with the meal. It was awesome. I was starving, so I just had to get that food in. Done with chicken breast, but that's a totally separate subject. If you guys want to know the macros, more towards me, dude. More towards me. There you go. If you guys want to know the macros, I'm doing about 6 ounces of the turkey meat, so it'll vary depending on how much turkey you guys are using. But I'm doing 6. Let me give you guys the measurements for just what I consumed. It was about 6 ounces of turkey, which ends up being about 250 calories, 255 if you want to be exact. 35 grams of protein, very little to no carbs. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Did about 4 or 5, 6. I'm gonna give you guys a measure for 4 tortillas. It's about 250 calories, 220 calories. Sorry, it ends up being about 55 calories of tortillas. So if you're doing the fast shredder phase, make sure that you're cutting back on that, or make sure that you are adding and subtracting your macros for the day, because if you're on a fast shredder, you're going to be in very low calories, or not low calories, you're going to be on a deficit, but you're going to be doing very little carbs. So that's going to end up probably being a serving, if not 2 servings of carbs for you a day. Now, for the pico de gallo itself, it's under 100 calories, and that's doing, for example, we didn't eat the whole thing, lots left in there. So we're calculating it's about a tomato and a half, a quarter of an onion, 1 jalapeno pepper, a little bit of salt. I mean, you're looking at just shy of 100 calories. So in total, you're looking, if you're doing the 4 tortillas, the 8 ounces of turkey, and the pico de gallo, you're looking at about a little bit shy of, or a little bit just slightly over, for like 450 calories. Now that could be changed depending on the carbs, which are the tortillas. So make sure that you're changing that for your diet. But that's about it, guys. Very simple recipe. It took us like what, 10-15 minutes to do. Most of the time is really just chopping up the onion, or chopping up all the veggies, and that can be done while you're waiting for the meat to cook anyway. So very simple recipe. If you have everything available to you, this should easily take you 25 minutes to do, give or take. But that's about it, guys. We even have a little bit left over, so I'll probably finish this up in a little bit. And that's it, guys. So I'm hoping to get that video from yesterday up at the same time as this, but if I don't, my apologies. I'll throw that in. So just don't freak out if it's in a weird mix. But besides that, hope you guys are doing good. This should be day 52. So we're pretty much at that last straightaway in the race. So don't be afraid to kind of stick with the program. Don't give up on your diet. Keep going, guys. So tomorrow we'll have it's supposed to be the recovery week. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might even throw some extra lift resistance days, which is a normal chest, triceps, and shoulders, or whatever we got. So we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But besides that, guys, that's it for the day. Hope you guys are enjoying your, this is my Sunday, but your off day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.